Hello, my name is Richard Castillo and I am a student at Lone Star College Greenwood campus, and today I'm going to be doing a presentation on why the minimum wage should be increased. Now, every day we're faced with the same question: do I have enough money to get through a day? This is a question that many people have to worry about throughout their lives every day. Now, according to BusinessInsider.com, access June 25th, 2022, in an article titled "How much the U.S. minimum wage has changed since the year we were born" by Karen Nichol and Devonja Bose, it says that today the federal minimum wage is $7.25, which is the same it's been since 2009. Now, today I will be telling you of why a low minimum wage is very bad and how it can be increased in the future. Now, in addressing this problem, I will be addressing the how minimum wage, how it's a problem, how it's caused, and also I will be telling you about helpful solutions to this problem. Now, the minimum wage problem is very hurtful to many Americans throughout today. Many people had to deal with their lives not knowing if they'll be able to survive the next day. Now, according to library.fes.de, access June 25th, 2022, in an article titled "Minimum Wage, Does It Cut Poverty?" by Catherine Saget, it states that some critics go so far as to say that the minimum wage could, in certain cases, create poverty. Now, the low minimum wage, it actually increases cost of production, which makes companies let go of their workers. These now unemployed workers are not able to afford their houses, their cars, and can't provide what they need for their families. Additionally, this low wage will not let people afford gas. They'll live in bad areas, and also they won't be able to afford certain specific essential needs that everybody needs to live. Now, think about this and think about it if someone put yourself in someone else's shoes to see how this can affect someone else's life by applying it to how it would affect your life. Now, minimum wage, it has many factors leading to the cause of it. All these factors there's many of them, but I will be telling you about the main three of which will be discussed. Now, many people don't actually know these factors and don't actually know how it affects them in their everyday lives. But according to officialgazette.gov.ph, access June 25th, 2022, in an article titled "How is minimum wage determined?" by Official Gazette, it says that minimum wage rates are determined by factors such as poverty threshold, prevailing wage rates, and socioeconomic indicators. Now, in simpler terms, essentially, how minimum wage is determined is by how much a person may need to, how much money a person needs to make to live a simple life. It's also determined by things such as how much that same job may have made in the past, and also how much the personal qualities of that person. Now, all of these are factors that can lead to it. So what this says is that basically it's not entirely the government's fault, but it's our fault as well. But if we were to work together with the government, then we could try to increase the minimum wage by working together. Don't you want a better future for your kids, and possibly even their kids? Now, there are many solutions to the problem of minimum wage, but there are three main solutions which I have found to be the best and best to use in this certain circumstance. Now, the grand scale type of solution is to convince the Congress to pass a bill which is called the Raise the Wage Bill, which essentially exponentially increases the minimum wage over the few years of people's minimum wage. Now, this is thoroughly talked about in epi.org, access June 25th, 2022, in an article titled "Raise the Wage, create a long-term solution to economic inequality and wage stagnation" by EPI, which states that the Raise the Wage Act would provide $80 billion in increased earnings over the first 5 years. Now, the more local solution to this is to try for everybody that hears this to try and see what I have stated before as to what lowers the minimum wage, and try to affect that, try to fix it by increasing the, which will then increase the minimum wage. Now, my personal solution, my own solution, is that I will try to spread out the information and make people know and understand how a low minimum wage affects them and their families' lives. Now, this can all be achieved, and it may take time. It will take time, but it will be better in the end. Now, in conclusion, the minimum wage is able to provide a lot of helpful stuff. It can, we first addressed how it affects you, the causes of it, and also the solutions to it. Now if the minimum wage were to be increased, you will no longer have to ask yourself the question, do I have enough money to get through the day? My name is Richard Castillo. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. That's good.